What's up? It's me, John. I am coming to you today from Churchill, Tennessee. And we are at an interesting place. I was working up here today, and a lot of people were telling me about this place here that I'm at. And it's not so much as an abandoned place like we normally do, but it is, they say it's really haunted. And there's just a lot of folklore and legends behind this place. And the place I'm talking about is the Sensabaugh Tunnel. And the story goes that, a long time ago, a man had murdered his entire family, dumped them into the creek here. And to this day, when you drive through the tunnel, you get a child's handprint on your window. People say that if you turn your engine off in the middle of the tunnel, it won't start and you have to push it out. They hear children's voices, stuff like that. So there's a lot of legend to it. Don't know if any of it's really true or not. I haven't really been able to do a lot of research, but I figured I'm here. I might as well come check it out and see what's going on. So let's take a walk through the tunnel and see what we can figure out. And here is the said tunnel. Now, anybody could just drive through it. I am going to walk through this thing. I'm not going to lie. Feel a little bit of hesitation. There's a car coming. I'm going to pause it. Okay. That was apparently a local mail person. It is pretty wet and pretty well flooded. You can see a lot of graffiti. Now, there's a lot of stories behind this. People, satanic groups worshiping here. Weird things going on. Lots of graffiti. Now the wind's blowing through this tunnel, and I don't know if you can hear it, but it's giving it a very eerie sound. Kind of a hum. I can see why people definitely get weirded out in here. Just on the other side is, from what I'm hearing from the stories, is the house that the man lived in that murdered his family. And they say the people that live there actually put a mobile home next to the house because it is so haunted that they just can't live there. So we have safely made it through. And then that is the house that you can see next to it. There's the trailer. And there's the house they say is so haunted. Okay. Get a view from this side of the tunnel. Definitely a creepy place. Let's take a stroll back through. I tell you, other than the weird howl of the wind, I don't hear anything else going on. Other than that bird, it just squealed and freaked me out a little. Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of weird noises, mainly nature and stuff. I'm sure that's water, but it sounds like somebody walking through it back behind me. I'm not going to stick around too much longer. I wouldn't mind coming here at nighttime, see if I get a couple people together that's brave enough to walk through this in the middle of the night. That would be something else. Okay, that was our walk through the tunnel. Definitely eerie, definitely kind of creepy. Don't know how true the stories are. I am going to research it later, and I will be back with you in my office, and we'll see if there's any validity to these stories. But other than that, till then, I'll see you there. Before we finish here, I want to just drive through. Don't think I want to stop and turn my engine off for this one, but we'll drive by and I'll get you a good shot of the front of that house. Sorry about the wind there. And that is the house behind the legend. Back home in my office, done some research on the Sensabaugh Tunnel, and I've come to some pretty good conclusions on it. I'd like to shed some light on the stories. Actually, doing some research, read about another story where a woman had broke down on a rainy night inside the tunnel, and she had went to the White House that we looked at to use the phone, but never made it. Never was heard from again, never was seen. Some people thought she might have been attacked by a lunatic, murdered, something like that. So that was the second story. And then the additional story with Ed Sensabaugh, and that was the name of the man who supposedly murdered his family. One story says that he murdered his entire family, threw them in the river, and then committed suicide in the tunnel. The second story was that a hobo came, robbed their house, took the baby as ransom. As Ed chased him through the tunnel, he threw him into the small pool of water on the far side of the tunnel from the house where we first started at. Done a lot of research, checked with some resources, and none of those stories are true. Actually, Ed was a family man. He was a very respected man in the area. A lot of his descendants and families are still alive today. And through interviews with them that I've read, basically none of the stories were true. What a lot of it derived from is back in the 50s and 60s, a lot of people would go there and hang out where we started at, where we parked at. They would hang out there, hang out in the tunnel, a bunch of teenagers, drinking, partying, raising all kinds of chaos. So he developed a plan one day to go out into the little meadow out beside the tunnel and make different noises, like a baby crying, woman screaming. Scared the living bejeebus out of the kids. So that's where a lot of the noises come from. But it's still an eerie tunnel. It's still kind of creepy. But it's not all sunshines and rainbows. Back in the early 1900s, they were working on, working on the tunnel, building the tunnel, and there was a lot of immigrants. And there was an Italian man who came over, and he was working with a bunch of friends on the tunnel, and there was an explosion, and 7 people did die on the job site. So maybe that's some of the legend. I don't know. I still want to go there at night. And they say that a person can't walk through the tunnel back and forth at midnight without going insane or getting attacked or dying. So maybe we'll check it out. Maybe we'll give it a shot. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll keep making more videos. I hope you enjoyed this one. It was a little different, but I had a lot of fun. And hope you guys have a blessed day.